Hello everybody and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. Last time we left off in a bit of a pickle with all these mutants coming to kill us. Fun stuff. This big Iron Maiden. Flame Iron Maiden. Very cool. It did, I remember taking a turn with Cassia, but it seems like it didn't take. So let's go ahead and jump right in here and take this once again. That's a good one. And everybody's hurt. And then we move on. Now, what do we want to do here? So, I think I'm gonna set this right here, because I don't know. Well, they're all going next, actually. They're all going before. Okay, so if that's the case here, let's move it up a bit. Let's put it like right here. That'll be good. We can put the back line back here.
Already done.
And we can put this one over here for them, I think. Okay. So I will take aim to your left.
Suits my purposes.
I will give Abelard voice of command. I don't know if Abelard can get in there.
Oh,
we'll try.
Easy.
Yeah, he can. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put him right here.
A tactically sound approach.
And just leave him there to die. Pretty much. Oh, I should have put this on him first. Oh, I can. Okay, cool. And then I have nothing left. Cabela! Beautiful girl. Let's get in there and do some stuff. Let's do some fun stuff here. So she does have that sensor now. That sensor maul. Very cool. This guy's gonna explode if I hit him. Let's go ahead and kill him with bleeding. If that's the case, never mind. She just hit him way too hard.
As the tenants demand.
Okay. We do have 2 charges here for that. I think we just call it there. Well, I guess we might as well do this.
Your soul be purged.
Just hit him as much as we can. Forced repentance. Interesting. We could jump over here and hit this guy. Don't really know if that's good, though. I think we hold on to the jump. For now, let's go ahead and... Do we need a piercing shot for anything here? Do these guys have tons and tons of armor? 0 armor. 0 armor. 0 armor. I think we're fine. We don't need the piercing shot. So that means we can take a couple more shots here. So that's a good shot there. 45% chance to do the punch through.
Fortune favors the swift.
Looks like we didn't get it. We can do this one here and kill this guy immediately. Or he can survive with 1 HP. That's totally fair and fine and fair and fine. Fine and fair. I don't think I can do this attack, can I? Yeah, no. So let's go ahead and swap back to the big one. So that was kind of our turn. We can, I guess, put this on him.
Your intent.
All the knights are gonna go now. I don't know why they're looking at us when they should be facing the other way. Cassia? Ooh, Abelard's now in there. Unfortunate. Because this is a really good hit, and I think it's worth it for the hit to Abelard.
Witness the fury of House
for Celio.
We got a lot of the guys to pop. This dude's already at half health, and we have been the only one to kill him. That's so funny to me. Let's go ahead and give...
That is foolishness.
Target can't act. Holy shit, that did so much damage to him. He's stunned. I just stunned him from Cassia. I'm such a retard. Oh, man. Oh, man. Can I hit anybody over here with this? Looks like I cannot. Wilbur,
If I may,
take a shot on someone, dog. And you know what? Use the big special attack. Let's see. I do have a shot on this guy back here. He's the only one that really... I missed with the big shot. Are you kidding me? That's the one with 50% effective range and 10% hit chance. Like, how do I miss that? Insane. I can still move. But do I really want to? He's already got it. I guess we give it to him.
if you insist, Lord Captain.
And then assign objective. I don't know if I want to. I guess we can just do it on whoever. Maybe if I put it on him. I can't do it on any of these guys back here because I don't have a line of sight. Do I want to do it on someone with like really low health right now? Like if I put it on him?
Navigator, not a servitor.
And then hopefully once Abelard gets his turn again. Jesus, he's already so hurt. I'm so stupid for doing that. Solomorn. Let's get you in there. Let's put you right here so that you can hit these people with the shotgun here with the 22 levels of... You're kidding me. What is this? He's literally diagonal from you. Why can't I hit these two? Oh, there it is.
You've got a job to do, Glato.
Boom.
An offering of blood.
Okay, well, he's gonna have severe bleeding. He's dead. I think that's all but one of the explodey guys, unless some of them prime themselves again, which would be awful. Let's go ahead and apprehend some of these guys. Let's do this guy here.
Glato.
Get him out of the turn order, hopefully. Nope, not enough damage, but... I mean, we could apprehend him again.
One of us would be enough.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. I do have run and gun here, which I think I will do. And then I think for run and gun, do I try to go here or here? I'll go here. Well, let's actually see if I can get all three of these guys with this. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. Well, who's more of a threat? This rotten mutant or this rotten mutant? He's got stuff on him. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go here and hit him. Never mind. Seriously, I can't get all three of these guys? This sucks. What if I go here? Like right here? Hey, I saw it. Hey, there it is.
Hold the formation.
We got it eventually.
It's inescapable.
This guy's... Oh, that bleeding doesn't stack. Okay, good to know. Abelard?
I've suffered worse.
Parry. Those guys are all stunned. Opportunity attack there. That guy's stunned.
Ugh. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Might have to...
Emperor, protect me.
Ugh. My ears are ringing.
Yeah, I might have to use a med kit on him when he comes back.
Emperor, protect me.
Dare you?
Fire grenade is crazy. That sucks. I can give this to him. Target can't act. Why? He's still stunned? He was stunned for 2 turns? You're kidding me. Oh, he's cooked. He's actually fucked. Well, let's move Cassia then. Let's move her over here.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Yeah, we know. And then we're gonna go ahead and
Not
give
my
her...
specialty.
Target is too far. Sick. Sick nasty. We're gonna have to move in here. We're gonna go ahead and go over here then. Because she doesn't have voice command on her. That's why.
Not
Go and do
a problem
this.
for me.
Let's go and do this. We're gonna try to avoid hitting Abelard
Isn't
here.
this a job for the serfs?
Hit everyone else. We can assign another target here. I think
I'm not
you.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Now they're both assigned, so that's good. And then I can take a shot here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I want to do damage to that one back there, honestly. There we go. Okay, we're going to give voice to command to
Nothing I
Cassio.
can't do.
And then we're going to call it there. Cabela. Let's go ahead and get in here. Yo, straight up, honestly, I think Solomon can handle these 3 on his own with Glado. So I think we're going to try to join the fray over here. And I think we go here in order to do the power swing. Well, let's go there and then put on captive audience first. Captive audience into the power swing.
As honor, killing brings me no pleasure.
He just exploded into dust? Into like a blood mist? Or what is this effect we have going on here? I don't know.
The
I can kill
shadows
you.
will come. The other side awaits.
Oh, is this the sensor that she has? Is it this? Area attacks with this will create a smoke cloud. All creatures that enter that must pass toughness, strength, and willpower resistance tests on a minus. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's us. So we want to be using that all the time, apparently. We do have 2 here, so let's go ahead and go here. That'll kill this one.
Brings me no pleasure.
And then it hurts that one quite a bit. And then we have 3 more charges here. So I could definitely jump around here. And then I can jump here. Oh, I thought that would hit this guy. I thought I was one over. Never mind. Oh, I still have another jump.
As
So I can jump back there again. Just get them all. Free shot on that guy. Followed up by a big shot on that guy? No, followed up by this shot here.
Hear you moving.
Epic.
No more.
Still have another attack here. I could kill either one of those guys, or I could put damage into him. When is Solomorn acting? After Cassia. Okay, so he goes next, essentially. So let's go ahead and put it into here.
I must. This tedium is beneath.
Okay. And he's dead. So that's good. Oh, they almost killed someone. Crazy. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Wow. They almost killed someone. Okay, so no more of this, it seems. So we're going to go ahead and give Cassia this. I mean, Cabela. And then we're just going to hit him with the Blade Storm.
Death is a blessing.
That's it? That's all you did?
I would that I could. I shall not thank you. It brings me no
Oh,
pleasure.
that hit Cassia too. I didn't realize. Okay. That's unfortunate. That would have to go all the way back there, so I think that's just a good call there. I think we killed this thing from afar, or try to at least. Okay, voice of command, put that on. Abelard can't have it. Cabela can. And then we can assign target to it. And then I think these two are done. So if I go here and I hit the shotgun, if I just hit the shotgun, the regular shotgun. Okay, it doesn't seem like it'll kill him. So I can do this.
Also mistake.
Why? Why did you do that?
Target eliminated.
Okay. He's dead there. We can apprehend this
Plato,
guy
we're undertaking this task.
in order to kill him there. And then it's just this one guy over here, it seems. So let's go ahead and revel in slaughter. But I think that's all we can do here. Abelard can finally act. And we're going to go ahead and buff up first. Oh, yeah, we got a ton of shit going on here. I don't want to move anyone here. We're going to go ahead and endure. Get some of those HP back.
Indeed.
Oh, shit. I hit the wrong one. I wanted to charge. Okay. Oh, well. We're going to go here. And we're going to smack this dude's balls.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Okay. All done. Governor Roldo. Your Celestial Highness, apologies for my late arrival. I wasted a great deal of time on idle squabbles with that oaf of a treasurer as he was looking for the shipment chronicle. I only heard about the attack after it had already begun. And the elevator might as well have not been moving at all. It was so slow. The treasurer, the elevator. Who are you going to blame next, Governor? Are you the ruler of this world or a casual onlooker? You will take measures immediately and restore order, or I will conclude that you are sabotaging the rogue trader's visit, either by intent or simply due to your own impotence. Governor babbles in fear. I never thought... He takes a deep breath. The culprits, of course, the culprits will face execution post-haste, my celestial lord. Survey the square. An oppressive silence hangs over the previously bustling plaza. The people are taking in the carnage, clearly avoiding looking at you, but still catching your every word. You notice Maeve standing nearby, gazing around her with horror in her eyes. Find those responsible and bring them to me. The condemned mutants broke loose and attacked the townsfolk. It has been It's been a long time since anything like this happened, Your Celestial Highness. They must have sniffed out that today was a special day. The executioner's lips curl split by a blow during the fight. The commander was responsible for guarding them. He got careless. Uh-oh, here's the commander. His armor rattling. One of the knights steps forward. I am Lucra, commander of the fortress. I can attest to the ungodly mutants were restrained properly. It's the Phasmorpheus? The smoke whipped the brutes into a frenzy. So it's either the commander or the executioner, is it? And I shall make my decision. If it were not for the tithe, you would be the one facing execution. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit this fuck. He's in charge. Governor staggers back from the blow, barely managing to stay on his feet. A trickle of blood runs down his lips, and he spits a few rotten teeth out onto the stones. Thank you, Your Celestial Highness. I will never forget the lesson taught to me by the Emperor's own anointed. So it's either the commander or the executioner. I shall make my decision. My Celestial Lord, I swear on my life that my knights and I did everything we could to keep you safe. Who could have foreseen that the Phasmorpheus? Anyway, I don't care. After gorging itself on miscreants, would start driving the mutants mad with its smoke. Lies! This thing does not taunt heretics. It fills them with terror. To shift the blame from your own failure to one sacred weapon of justice is a heinous crime in and of itself. Okay. Commander is guilty. Solomar can carry out the sentence. The executioner is to blame for what transpired. Solomar enact the will of justice. There's been enough death. I will order no executions. Perhaps your Celestial Lord will be willing to show mercy if the guilty worms begged for it at his feet. Both stand guilty. Put them to death as your traditions dictate. You know, I have not yet had my fill of executions for today. It is the thing for both of you. I demand a spectacle. There's been enough death. No executions. Commander and executioner stop their bickering and turn their eyes to you in astonishment. They quickly recover, however, and offer you their deepest bows, maintaining a solemn silence. Fatebringer. Oh, it's a sword. Two-handed primitive sword, 15 to 17, with a brutal strike. Doesn't seem that good, honestly. Oh, never mind. 100% armor penetration? I didn't even see that. What the hell? Return the gift. You lose the Fatebringer. You are our savior today, Your Celestial Highness. And in gratitude, please accept this personalized sword from my treasury. Fatebringer is decided the outcome of one of our feuds. It killed a rebel leader, and peace has reigned on this planet ever since. That's it, an antique sword. I expect subsequent gifts to be better. Just get it over with. Bows at your feet. Look at Maeve. After putting yourself in order, Maeve catches your eye and looks away shyly. Her lips bear a poorly concealed smile of relief. It appears your celebration is over, Governor. Not in the least. I will not let some beasts ruin everything I have worked so hard to prepare. I suggest we distance ourselves from this place and return to our corner of revelry and peace. By your leave, I will be waiting for you at the head table. God Emperor, give me strength. Swallowing noisily, gulp. The governor hurriedly departs the scene of slaughter. It amazes me that that idiot just underpaid the tithe and did not somehow lose the whole planet as well. Solomon pauses, pensively watching the governor leave. Fine, a feast it is. I'm sick of the stench of burnt meat. Let's try a change of scenery. Her face pale, Maeve raises a hand. My Celestial Lord, it is only a few steps away. The noble lords are already lifting their glasses in their savior's honor, awaiting your arrival. Shall we proceed in dialogue? Okay. Now, we shall speak to Maeve. Noticing your game mates turns to you, my celestial lord, she hesitates before continuing. They say you are the God Emperor's anointed. Have you truly seen him? Alas, no, our God Emperor resides on Holy Terra many light centuries from here. Oh shit, okay. I didn't realize he said light centuries, not light years. Oof, that's quite a while. To behold him is a privilege denied to all but few. Lets out a forlorn sign. I wish I could see him, but I am sure his splendor is so dazzlingly bright that one glance upon his visage is enough to blind a person on the spot. Oh, pardon me? You probably wanted to ask me something, didn't you? Solomon casts a quick glance around as if looking for someone and then nods at you confidently. How do you find living at the governor's court? I dare not complain, my celestial lord. Lesser nobles such as myself sometimes receive punishment for angering our lords, but that is good in a way. I think it makes me cleaner and brighter on the inside and helps me better serve the God Emperor and the holder of the key to all destinies. Maeve makes a sign of the Aquila and turns a reverent gaze upon you. You call the Emperor the holder of the keys of destiny, to all destinies. Why? Forgive me if I've said something wrong, my lord. Preacher Antiochus anyway, said that the God Emperor holds the key to all destinies in his celestial hand. He himself sits at the very top of the great tower of humankind, from there gazing out over the worlds and stars of his domain. He sees all, knows all, and bloody tears roll down his cheek when he reads our shameful thoughts and deeds in the annals of our lives. But those who strive, who do not let the seed of evil into their hearts, he will reward with a new destiny, a new life, higher and better than the one before. With a turn of his key, he unlocks the dungeon of our souls, of their souls. I live in hope that one day he will come to my door. Maeve smiles. Maeve's smile is one of sad resignation. How fascinating. And what are we going to do to get a better destiny? I can hope, pray earnestly, try to be virtuous and diligent. And if I manage to please the Celestial Lord, then maybe, just maybe, the Emperor will take notice. Imperium lore failed. Indeed, the saying holds, as many the worlds, so many the paths of faith to the God Emperor. Thus, it is no surprise that Thessarian doctrine is cast into an almost poetic form. To beg for blessings rather than trials is an insult to the Undying One. Such is the truth. Why did the God Emperor lock people in a dungeon? In the time of darkness, the God Emperor walled up the tower of humankind against fiends and monsters to keep it safe from evil. But evil had already planted its seed in thousands upon thousands of human souls. He locked them in the dungeon of the tower so that they may first eradicate the evil in their thoughts. All our lives, we atone for our transgressions against the God Emperor. And after death, we return to his judgment. But that is our burden to bear, my lord. When I see you and realize that before me stands his anointed, one blessed by his godly hand, there is no one happier than I. What do you think of the governor? Oh, he's a wonderful person, so considerate and generous. But, of course, his venerable age has taken its toll. He behaves oddly from time to time, but we all have our quirks, don't we? He behaves oddly? How so? Well, he gave me a lovely Fasterium necklace just before you arrived. Strange, is it not, to bestow such a treasure on someone of the lower nobility? And I also... Oh. That scared me. My recording software did something. But, let me see. And I also noticed that we have been conversing more of late, and it's been easier. Sometimes I think he knows me better than I know myself. So the governor has never favored you like this before. Perhaps the appointment to escort the rogue trader has also came as a surprise. She blinks in astonishment. That is so, my lord Judicator. I still wonder why the God Emperor saw fit to bestow such a tremendous honor upon me. Tell me about Bluff the Fool. How did he win the governor's favor? He is the best among all the court servants. She looks down, but you catch the fear in her eyes. He always knew how to make the nobles lords laugh, but at first, Dane's jokes were just funny pranks and puns. Those were wonderful, almost impossible times. Something happened and Dane changed, did he not? That is his name, yes? Yes, he seemed to retreat into himself all of a sudden, and he started snapping back at people, saying sarcastic, scathing things. His jokes were simple before, but now there is always a nasty bite to them. And he started exploding at every little thing and ordering me about my own brother. Having said all this, she freezes in fear, turning white as a sheet. Apologies for my lack of restraint. Oh, so he's your brother? For a brief moment of deep wrinkle cuts across Solomon's forehead. So your brother is not his usual self. This world is a tangled web indeed. Since you are here, show me how Thessarians entertain their nobles. What would you like to do, my celestial lord? I was taught how to dance and sing. Clean your muck off my shoes until they shine with your tongue. I'm just kidding. Dance. Closes her eyes and is listening to music. Oh, look at her dance! Whee! She's spinning. Listen to music only she can hear and begins to sway. Her dance is made up of simple movements, but the grace and ease with which she performs them add to their charm. Teach me to dance. Ooh. When she comes to a stop before you at the final curtsy, her cheeks are flushed. I hope this humble dance was worthy of your eyes, Lord, Celestial Lord. Teach me. Let's give it a try, she smiles cheerfully. The movements are simple. Watch, you put this foot here and you stretch your arms out like this. Oh, look at me. I'm dancing with her inside my buddy pal. That is excellent, my lord. Okay. Teach me to sing next. She nods apprehensively, then closes her eyes and begins. With great care, she sings a passage from some local hymn about how the Emperor, who holds the key to all destinies, locked the heavens against invisible monsters and enemies of humanity. Her voice, though trembling with nerves, is surprisingly pleasant to listen to. What is that song? The story of humanity's deliverance from darkness. It is sung once a moon life as a reminder of the great deed of the God Emperor, who used the key to all destinies to lock the world away from wicked things. He walled himself up in the great tower of humankind along with all the people. He could have ascended to the stars, but he chose to stay for our sake, though we are unworthy. We must remember this deed. Thank you, that was delightful. A blush erupts on Maeve's cheeks. Thank you, Celestial Lord. For me, there is no reward greater than your praise. Thank you, Maeve. It's an honor to entertain the Celestial Lord. Look straight through her. My lord? Oh. Maeve catches herself and goes quiet. What? Oh, was that just a fucking dick way of ending the conversation? Whoops. Let's continue our walk, as you wish, your lordship. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and loot the place. Feudal swords and some hardened shields. Glato, bring that treasure chest to me. A radiant shield. 25% block chance. When the wielder blocks an attack, the attacker must pass an agility resistance test or become blinded for 1 round. Shield allows the wielder to block attacks. First, okay, yeah. Normal block stop.
None shall stand in my way.
Let's go ahead and use tech use here.
I did fine.
Just some textiles, it seems. But everything else seems to be good. Got some knights over here, and then we have what's left of the people here. Can I go past you? Telling my grandchildren of this day. Epic.
Follow my lead.
Well, where the hell are we going? Actually. Hold on, what? Where do we go? Oh, there he is. Oh, it's just over here. With the servo drummers. The governor's hand reaches for Amasek, but flinches under your gaze and abruptly changes trajectory towards the appetizers. Today is a very nervous day, Your Celestial Highness. And when I feel nervous, I eat and drink and eat again. That is just the way I am. But Emperor have mercy, the food today is to die for. Would you like to have some? Oh. I'm a noble. Tables are buckling under the spread of steaming hot dishes, oozing with grease and exuding tantalizingly spicy aromas. Quite the challenge for an uninitiated stomach, but you have taken part in feasts far grander than this. Damn, okay. All right, we're looking pretty good on that. I think we can do that. I recommend you try the fried alcedont. I don't know what that is. Whose horns were still goring my hunters just the other day. And here we have some 5-tailed shrimp penises and stewed black eye sauce. These fellows need to be eaten quickly before they scurry off the plate. As for the side dishes, you simply must have a taste of the crispy blarbard shells seasoned with blue glut. This spice scorches the tongue, but follow it with some amasek, and you will feel like the waters of life itself. All right, let's go ahead and do the vanquish the 5-tailed shrimpius. Okay. Deftly wielding a set of forks and knives, you cut the shrimpius escape routes. At last, all 5 of its tails are pinned to the table with golden prongs, and the 6 forks deliver the final blow, allowing you to send the exquisite meal into your mouth. 12 experience, and we gained nimble hands. You've bested the shrimpius in a battle of agility. Your reflexes are unparalleled, increasing your character's agility and perception in the next combat. This is the one-time bonus that will disappear after the combat ends. Only 3 people have managed to conquer the shrimpius. Oh no, these go down with... Uh-oh. Well, we're gonna try tonight, and all of them are inferior to your sophistication and speed of their fort craft. Governor hurriedly toasts you, spilling his drink in the process. Let's go and hit this athletics here. Failed. We got the heavy stomach. Reduces character strength and toughness for the next combat. Shit. That's not bad, actually. You sink your teeth into the greasy ham and slowly chew the brackish, fibrous meat with all your might. At the 7th bite, your jaw begins to ache and you are forced to give up the fight. Moderation is wisdom, and wisdom is the attribute of true sovereigns. To your most imperial prudence, your celestial highness, the governor solemnly drains a goblet of Amasac. Damn, do we even go for this? 15%? Fuck it. Failed. Mouth of fire. Intelligence and willpower. Damn it. Shit. Now we've had some refreshments, let's talk. The only dish I want is called the Warp Damned Tithe, and I want it served to me this instant. Now let's have some refreshments. Verily, your celestial highness. He reaches his ring-studded hand for a goblet, but stops at the sound of Maeve's voice. My lord, remember what the physician told you. Temperance is the best cure for your ailments. I fear that you have disobeyed his wishes again today. And now I am paying for it with a compromised sense of balance and regrettable inability to admire the distinguished imposters. And the hunt is already in full swing. The hell does that mean? He leans over to you. Rogue Trader, once you've had your fill of the governor, let me ask him a few questions. Okay, dude. All right, brother. Let me see here. What is this hunt you mentioned? He waves a hand at Maeve. Be a darling and tell our guests about our amusements. I'm a little exhausted. Of course, my lord. The imposter hunt takes place every moon life. Shortly before the event, the servants are thoroughly cleansed of dirt and foulness, combed, dressed in expensive clothing, and masked, and invited to the courtyard with the rest of the guests. The nobles hide their faces as well, and then they try to guess who the imposters are. Telling one from the other is quite a challenge sometimes. The governor suddenly perks up again. And that is the best part. I highly recommend you try it, your celestial highness. It makes for a very interesting change of pace. And on this occasion, the privilege of branding, if you will, falls entirely to you, our honored celestial guest. Suppose I found all the imposters, what happens next? May produces a shimmering slate featuring a string of fine inscriptions. This is a data brand, one of our off-world treasures. We handle it with the greatest care, and yet all of Thessera's jewels and miracles cannot compare to the resplendence of your glory, my celestial lord. When you find an imposter, you will only need to mark them with this wondrous brand. At the end of the hunt, we hold a great feast. If you guess at least one of the imposters, you will also win a fine prize. If you guess all four, there will be an even more special reward. I remember at one of the hunts, a servant played the role of a baron so well that all the lords unanimously granted him favor and let him keep the title and privileges of the nobility. Such a thing rarely happens, but who knows what the evening will bring. For tonight, it is you who will determine the worthy, my celestial lord. Did you just admit that there is masquerading rabble among the Thessarian nobles? Illiterate, with no idea of how to collect tithes or buy the throne? That actually explains so much. The proctor scoffs and glances at the enthusiastic guests. Go ahead, Governor. Commence your charade. The sooner we start, the sooner we finish. Governor lets out an audible gulp. Shall be done, Master Adjudicator. How does one find an imposter in the crowd? By the way they talk, by the lack of restraint, the unfamiliar delicacies overwhelm them so much that they lose control. Imposters are often scared of responsibility that has fallen on their weak shoulders, and they try to stay close to the real nobles and imitate their refined manners. During the hunt, it is most worthwhile to pay attention to separate groups where conversation has already started. A frightened imposter will probably try to hide behind other people's backs. That's all I know, Celestial Lord. You may ask your questions now. If I can amuse the esteemed judicator with conversation, I will only be too glad to, but of course, I've always wanted to try my hand at casual small talk. Salmar folds his arms imperiously over his chest, however, somehow becoming even taller in stature and broader in the shoulders. Tell me about the Larixes, Governor. Such fascinating creatures. Where did you get them from? I cannot tell you off the top of my head. Oh, here we go. Can only be found on Janus. Then a cold suspicion to your voice a long time ago. Do they even live that long? Are there not many planets that have these? I received these beasts a long time ago as a gift. Let's go ahead and... Governor throws up his hands. Can they? And I was sure they were common beasties. I might have embarrassed myself there, but I would be glad to talk about something else. Do not judge me harshly. I'm trying to get into the festive mood as best I can. We can certainly change the subject. I would like to note that I find your youth-extending face transplants procedures amazing. Does the Sarah possess any other unique knowledge or items brought over from your homeworld? What is that world called, by the way? My native Edix. Unfortunately, I have not introduced much from it beyond the art of changing faces, but perhaps the Celestial Lord has taken a liking to some of Thessera's original creations. Lincoln Solomon, to take a calm beat from your ear. I was presented with this pearl that whispers great secrets and mysteries. What a marvel. I was told it was an artifact from Edix. Oh yes, the famous Edixian Pearls of Revelation. I often use them myself to keep my mind receptive to new ideas. I was interested in the musical servitors. They could only have been brought to you by the Crimson Priest, correct? Can you tell me why they visited the planet? I think they were red robes who arrived to celebrate the ascendance of a new governor. That's me. His wistful gaze follows the Shrimpius fleeing the table. Your answers are rather reticent? I don't even know what that word is. And tentative, Roldo, almost as if you were merely a chance passerby and not the governor. Why would the servants of the Omnissiah care who had taken the throne of a technologically undeveloped world? This is not a conversation I'm interested in having. Let us discuss. I'm going to say he's not the governor. Man's face becomes stretched to the limit on its fastenings, signaling deep offense. My Celestial Lord, I ask that you do not insult me so. I may not be used to having such lofty conversations, but believe me, I am definitely the governor of Thessera. I would never question your title, governor. Salomar gives you a long look, and the rogue trader hardly wishes to offend you either. Thank you for the conversation, Governor. I've learned everything I wanted to know. Damn it. I fucked it up. I will participate in the hunt. Gave me the data brand. Oh, look at that. This brand leaves an almost invisible holographic mark on anyone it touches. Contains 4 charges. Marvelous. As soon as you're done with the search, I will be... The governor attempts to raise from the table, but gravity proves to be his superior. Perhaps you should stay here, my lord. Her gaze full of genuine concern. I feel you might be right, Maeve. I will be waiting here, surrounded by savory dishes and plentiful amasac. Have a fruitful hunt, your celestial highnesses. Maeve, bring me a cup of amasac and make sure it's filled to the brim. Comes to an unexpected order from Solomorn. It will be done, my lord Judicator. Ah, he wants to take us in private. Waits until Maeve is some distance away, then turns to you. I wanted to talk to you without the observer they have attached to us overhearing. He casts a sweeping glance around the courtyard and lowers his voice. Do you get the sense that what is happening raises questions that lack coherent answers? This is what they call the persecution complex. No. If you have suspicions about the Thessarians, why have you not taken any action so far? Do not forget the Thessarians have been nothing but cordial to us thus far. I am uneasy as well, on account of certain unusual circumstances. I am uneasy. Which one in particular? Okay, we got to choose the governor's strange behavior, the remarkably lavish gifts, the change in personality, and all that just before our arrival. The governor barely managed to stay in his saddle, which is odd for a local nobleman. Governor is not Thessarian, and yet he seems utterly clueless about what's happening outside this planet. Remember the last mutant from the public execution saying something was off about him, and it wasn't just the physical deformalities. Deformities? Deformality. Deformity. Jesus. I can't read. The local beliefs. What is this tripe about altering your destiny? Have you seen the writings of the madman Fault? The Chronicle of Fates? Is lunacy bordering on heresy? It is lunacy. The fact there was a mutant attack during a public execution with no clear or evident cause. I did not like the way the governor is using every means possible to stall our inquiry about the tithe. I will say the madman Fault. Not bordering, they are heresy writ large. But that is not what troubles me. What troubles me is the madman succeeding publishing them. The governor's strange behavior and change in personality all just before our arrival. You're not wrong in particular. I would like to note the governor granting preferential treatment to our attendant. Perhaps he needs her unconditional trust to ensure that she does something, or on the contrary, remains uninvolved in just the right moment. He's not Thessarian, and yet he's completely clueless. Precisely. Either he is had an experience so traumatic to his cause as to cause him to altogether lose his memory, or we're being played for fools. The sculptor is not local, but more importantly, he's a sanctioned psyker. His work with locally mined stone may be a harmless pursuit, or it might not be. In any event, the fact that the governor employs a sorcerer who's working on his own project is enough to raise questions. Remember the thing that the mutant said? Yes, mutation is a corruption that seldom leaves a person with a sound mind, but what the madman spouted at the scaffold and what he had done to himself was beyond the pale. The local beliefs. The governor barely manages to sit in his saddle. The fact that there was a mutant attack with no clear motive. The attack is unlikely to have been planned. It looked too messy, shall we say. On the other hand, perhaps that's the best backwater planet can do when it comes to plotting and scheming. He can't sit in his seat. Not too odd considering his ravenous fondness for food and Amasak, but the astute observation nonetheless. The local beliefs? God Emperor alone knows how many different cultures of him there are. No two planets worship him in quite the same way, but only a heretic would wax poetic about altering the fate that was not ordained by the Emperor once and for all. I don't like how he's stopping us from inquiring. Indeed, at first, one could mistake it for sociopathy? No, I'm an idiot. Sycophancy? Sycophancy. And an attempt to appease the celestial guests, but it no longer goes on. But the longer it goes on, the more apparent the criminal intent behind it, this stalling of this inevitable becomes. What is your conclusion? I have a theory, but I would like to hear yours first, lest my opinions influence your reasoning. Had failed to gather their tide, and now they're distracting us with smoke and mirrors. We've been led into a trap of some sort. I would wager that this is a cult. The predicaments, Jesus, I get into usually involve a cult of some description. This area is not what they are making it out to be. Not a feudal world, not a primitive populace, but a forge world. Or else an industrial one. The point of deception is to pay a smaller tithe. There is something in Thessera's atmosphere that alters the human brain. Sooner or later, anyone who lives here becomes a clumsy idiot. You tell me! You're the sleuthing arbitrator! It might be a cult, but I don't know. I'm gonna say the one about not a feudal world with a primitive populace, but a forge world. Is doubt evident? Certainly a bold theory, but I would be wary of such far-reaching speculations. Epic. My hypothesis is that this is not about the tithe. It is merely a pretext to keep us here long enough, but for what? We should play along for now, let them think we've taken the bait while we wait for an opportunity to seize control of the situation. For that, we need to agree on a signal to launch a coordinate attack. When I say lovely weather, we attack. My words will be the Emperor knows. I shout attack. I will take a long drag of an IO stick. That will be the signal to strike. I'll say the... No, we are going to resolve this issue peacefully. Damn. Damn. Because I feel like all three of these can come up in conversation. We'll say lovely weather. Understood. Hopefully nobody talks to us about the weather. Ah, yes, thank you, and pours it on the ground. May returns, taking quick, careful steps along the paved road, a brimming goblet in her hand. Your Amasak, my lord, I haven't spilled a drop. Without a word, the arbitrator hurls the drink on the pavement. The splash of Amasak is like a scarlet wound upon the stone that has been polished by 1,000 souls. What a dick. I was joking. Man in jacket.
Rogue trader.
Oop. Oh, okay, so this is one of the conversations. A few nobles have gathered around an older man in a fine jacket. His eyes dart back and forth between them. I come from an honored dynasty. You can't. He keeps trying to approach someone, but they all recoil from him as if he were a leper. Lady in a golden mask. The mom's an instigator. The lady in the golden mask exclaims furiously, "Oh, listen to the songs of this poor wretch." He thinks that the bath they gave him makes him look like a nobleman. Upon noticing the crowd parts in a peevish voice and a woman's drawl, we ask that our celestial lord brand this peasant. Among the hushed crowd, you single out a young woman in a half mask and a gorgeous dress who is watching intently from the side. Explain to me exactly what's going on here. Do you truly believe this man to be a commoner in disguise? I'm ready to brand the imposter. Explain to me what's going on here. The lady in the golden mask curtsies gracefully. Your celestial highness, we have exposed one of the imposters. There he is, the one in the jacket, still clinging to his facade. You ought to brand him quickly. Finely dressed woman. Oh, look at that. Persuasion, 100%. The woman who has been keeping her distance now steps closer and whispers to you, "My celestial lord, I'm begging you to listen to me. This man is a member of a noble family. He is being slandered." Why are you standing up for him? She whispered quietly. I'm just a commoner in a fancy dress, my lord. This man is my master. I know I'm supposed to be playing the part of a rich girl, but I served many lords, you see, and Sir Timus is the only one who treats his servants with gentleness. I want to protect him from these cruel people. Damn. She just straight up admits it. Look at him closely. The man is terrified. His hands are clutching an expensive cane bearing an intricate family coat of arms. Address the man. What can you say in your defense? Are you aware that your servant is trying to protect you, Sir Timus? Ooh. Do I just out her? God, this just got complicated. Holy hell. Because I want to win. I want to get these people, but I also, like, that's a noble gesture, and I want her to be rewarded for that. Maybe I can do both. Maybe he can reward her after the ceremony. I'm going to say it. Are you aware your servant is doing that? The old man adjusts his mask in surprise. His eyes scan the crowd again and come to rest on a finely dressed woman. That's Renka, my house servant. What is she protecting me, you say? She has no idea what game she's got herself mixed up in. Forgive me, my girl. His lips quiver as he grips his cane more tightly and breathes in deeply, before suddenly taking a step back. Here she is, the real imposter, the house girl Renka. She admitted herself to the Celestial Lord. The man spits and points his finger at Renka, who shrinks away in fear. How could you schemers even think of deceiving our supreme benefactor? Fuck! K. Morag. There's a burning indignation in the look Yurlet gives the old man, her hand reaching for the blade hanging on her belt, but then she goes still for a moment, puzzlement etched into her face before regaining its usual air of indifference. Betrayal comes as naturally to you, monkey, as breathing, but it does not concern me. Continue rotting away in your dishonorable existence, and I will have no part in it. What do you have to say in your defense? Knows how ruthless court intrigues can be. My family only recently attained its lofty status, and many here are opposed. Turn to the crowd. Gazes shift to you, anticipation of the verdict. You truly believe this man is a commoner in disguise? This man is a noble. Why are you so intent on painting him otherwise? Lady in Gold Mask clears her throat. There's not a word of a lie in... There is not a word of a lie in what we have said. This travesty of a nobleman has granted his privileges less than 100 years ago. A family of upstarts who have elevated themselves through pedalry. For any true-born noble, he is no different from a masquerading peasant. A tired sigh escapes Abelard's chest. Thessera has more in common with Daragonis than I first thought. I'm ready to brand the imposter. Nobles around you hold their breath as they read the direction. I call on this young woman to make the decision in my stead. Ooh. God damn it. I want to win the game, but I know I shouldn't. What if she brands herself? I'm gonna do it. Young woman freezes and squeaks out, I obey my lord's will. Her voice suddenly calms. I know this man well and can dispel all your doubts. You notice the old man breathe a sigh of relief when the data brand is put into her hands. One step ahead, you assembled all the evidence to expose the conspiracy. This is my former house servant, Timo, dressed as a noble. He is good, but he could never fool the true nobility. What the fuck? The young woman deftly marks the man, who is frozen in horror, and pushes the data brand back into your hands. Vengeful sparks play in her eyes. The woman in the gold mask races her with a partisan nod. Holy shit. I was wrong all along. Hot damn. She wanted to fool me.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I won't tolerate weakness. You're damn Skippy. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it there for today. We're gonna keep playing this little game that they want to fucking do. So, but yeah. A lot of dialogue on this one. I wonder what's going on this planet. I'll see you in the next one.